for as long as we both shall live. Hello, you are listening to our piano. If you were listening to a king, I might be telling you that you are listening to a piece of the past, to a man of the past, but I'm not. If you were listening to Bessie Wallis WARFIELD, you would be listening to a version, His Majesty, his love for this woman, expounded into Hello, you are listening to a history of our piano. If I were the king, which I'm not, I would be telling you that you are listening to a piece of the past, to a man of the past, but I'm not. If you are listening to Bessie Wallis WARFIELD, you would hear a version of His Majesty, his love for this woman, whose acquaintance with two previous living husbands, Win Spencer and Win and Simpson, was the epitome of the degradation such extols the class consciousness, the extravagances of lust, and the prejudices exposed are such that a whole nation may gloat over the tragedy that descends a king from such throne. Extols the class consciousness, the extravagances of lust, over the tragedy that descends a king from such throne in December 1936, which had only been succeeded in January 36 of the death of his father, King George V. But I am not Wallis Simpson. She is not this commoner who marries a king. I might be the Queen of the Scots, or I might be just me, in love with destiny. We went, my boyfriend and I, to a hotel in Berkeley Square, where we heard the pianists, Rabbit and Landauer, playing to their heart's malcontent. Why mal? Why? Because it was all gone, this old Vienna of the Countess of France, of the Queen, who to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was the mother and patron that mothered King Leopold II, and whose concert Mozart performed and attended in 1790, a year before he died. But I am not this Queen of Austria. But we sat and really listened to this Landauer, whose father, a Viennese violinist, was the institution by which Walt, as he called him, came to the piano. And for Rabbit, whose history was by no means absolutely divorced from Great Britain, was enshrouded in the tragedies of the First World War and demobilization through ill health, that my boyfriend suggested that they do not adopt a tour of the United States, that instead they entertain such possibility of a visit, of a future, to the realms of possibility to entertain throughout Great Britain. But my boyfriend, who is going to be king, does not wish to be. Ed would be my third husband, but for the throne standing in the way of desire. That I have to tell you in all honesty that my boyfriend never wanted to be king. Well, it will not be. Love possesses many a chalice of destiny, but it is always outside of the chalice that places the sordid chastity of emptiness before a throne, such to be king. My boyfriend will in fact abdicate. I have not been able to tell this small country the future that America already knows back in Baltimore is doomed by any other succession. Such as his, the better be his brother, attains the throne as King George VI. Who could think of any better duet to play upon a piano as Rabbit, as Landauer, or better duet to play upon a throne as Edward or as George? This is his winter, that his discontent. Enshrouded in honesty to declare his love for me. I am yours. yours. I am yours. Bessie Wallis, WARFIELD. Neither Mrs. Spencer, Mrs. Win Spencer, nor Mrs. Simpson, Mrs. Ernest Simpson. I am the wife of your king. Bessie Wallis, WARFIELD. For as long as we both shall live. Bessie Wallis, WARFIELD.